Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is BriiEmpowered here, and I am back again with another video. Can you believe it? 2 days in a row here. but so I'm gonna keep it quick and short here. I want to talk about a video that I recently made here on TikTok, and got a lot of good bit of feedback about what to do in 2023 while you wait on God to send you your soulmate. I think so many times we can make being single, we can kind of make it something that it's not supposed to be. I always say that sometimes we make our waiting suffering, and it's not intended to be suffering. It's just simply a period of waiting and a period of preparation. So just we're gonna look at the video. I'll just break it down step by step, the things that I did. As you guys know, just some of my earlier videos a couple years ago. I've been gone for quite some time. Kind of life happened, but I got married about 2 years ago, and I was single for a while. So I definitely prayed a prayer. It wasn't Sierra's exact prayer, but it was definitely my own prayer. I'm gonna get into that and just kind of talk through some things. Just as a single woman, single man, just some things that you can do. Your soulmate will arrive in 2023, but you got to prepare. First off, I traveled. I traveled a lots of places by myself. I was the kind of person to where, just because I didn't have anyone to travel with, as far as like a spouse or boyfriend, I was the kind of person where I'm like, I gotta live my life. I gotta live my life. I gotta see the world. I gotta go off. Now, was it dangerous? Yes, but I prayed over every single trip that I took. My family knew where I was. I checked in often. And I've honestly had some of the best times traveling alone, than with, people sometimes. But travel. I say travel. If you can get out there, travel, be safe, travel, because it definitely pays off. And I ended up being a little more well-traveled than my husband was. So I was able to take him back to these places that I knew of. And you know how you can just go new places and you're trying to figure out what to eat or where to go. A lot of these places I already knew the spot. So it kind of helped, and it saved a lot of time with us when we went out of town. So I say travel. Who cares if you don't have anybody to go with? I say if it's safe, go for it. I did it. God is covering you in your life. You're protected. You got to claim that. And I say, go for it. You got to live life. The next thing I did was I worked out a good bit. I just kind of, put that time into my image. I was working out about 2 times a day. If you're, into fitness, whatever, obviously, here's the thing. We have this long list of physical attributes that we want our mate to have, but we got to look at ourselves sometimes too. We got to, hit that gym, tackle your weight goals, just be healthy overall for you, not even just from a physical perspective, but put that time into you. I'm the kind of person where I think there's always hope. You can be the largest you've been in your entire life, and you are able to, at any given point, get back in the gym, get at it, and tackle those weight goals. There's always hope. And I think, even though you can be at I'll put something out there. You can be at 380 right now. And I'm not picking on anyone who's 380. I just picked a number. You can be at 380 right now, and you can say, well, I think I felt my best and I looked my best when I was at 200. You're at 380 today. I mean, you're not going to be at 200 tomorrow, but you can get in the gym tomorrow, and that can be your day one of your journey back to 200 pounds. So start somewhere. Use that time wisely. The next thing is I took care of myself, pampering myself, massages, hair appointments, things like that. Take care of yourself, because when you get in a relationship, you get married, that time goes to your marriage, the house, if kids, if you have some, whatever else. But if you already have a routine and you know how to take care of yourself, then it won't be so hard for you to get back to that. But you got to take care of yourself. You got to take care of you. I think right now, your health is your wealth. That's just what it is right now. When you are feeling your best, looking your best, you're going to perform and do your best. Next thing I would have to say is, this is the most important thing. Spend time with God. That is a must. As a Christian, as a believer, even if you are somebody that your faith may have been lost in something, or, maybe God didn't come through like you thought he was. Maybe, you lost your faith because this important person in your family passed away. Give God a chance again. And we should be doing this whether we are married or single. Spend time with God. As a single Christian woman, as a single Christian man, that is imperative to your next relationship. You got to stay in his word. You got to read his word and understand it and ask for wisdom. There are several Bible scriptures that I have read as a single woman that I kind of can pull from my memory this day that can help me, during those times when my husband and I may not be seeing eye to eye. You have to, you gotta. It will keep your future union grounded. It will. There's no way around that. You got to spend time with God. You got to get to know him. And the more you get to know him, the more you will get to know his will and his way for your life, and you will be able to live accordingly. I say with that comes prayer. Pray over your life, pray over your future spouse. You have to pray. That there's just no way around that. When I was praying, I prayed, and now we're going to get into something different here. This is not the Sierra prayer, but it's my own prayer. I like to think that it worked. So I've prayed first off for a God-fearing man. Because at that point I'm like, if he didn't have the fear of God, I didn't want him. And I didn't want someone who would pull me away from God. A lot of the times when we are single, we have so much time on our hand. I know you have your career and just other things going. We have so much extra time on our hands. So put that time into God and praying. We know that all things come through prayer, and all things come through fasting, prayer, and praying. Pray over your life. Pray over every single relationship. And that is something that I did. And that was a game changer for me. I prayed over every single relationship that I entered, or every single guy that I maybe exchanged numbers with, or I was conversing with. And I have to be honest with this. My prayer was, God, just please grant me wisdom. Just show me if this person is for me and if they're not for me. If they're not for me, if they are for me, help me to just be the person I need to be for them. Help them to be the person that I need, and just help us to keep you first. But what was a game changer was, I said, if they are not for me, I pray and ask you for a peaceful removal. And notice I said peaceful, because I'm not just saying remove them out of my life. A peaceful removal. And I kid you not, I cannot make this up. Every single time where, I prayed this prayer over my life and just the people that I was conversing with, if they were not for me, I removed them. God removed them. And it was a peaceful removing. First of all, as a believer and a Christian anyway, things are only going to get to a certain level. That's just, and that is one of the perks of just having a godly relationship. Your altercations, or, I'll rephrase that. Not even altercations, disagreements. They will only go so far, because, if you're Christ-like, it's only going to go to a certain level. But that peaceful removal was a game changer for me. So pray for your life, pray for your spouse, your future spouse. I also prayed for someone who I could trust, and, someone who would be patient with me as I learned to trust again. I know a lot of us can sometimes, we don't like to admit about the trust issues, or it's often frowned upon. But I want to say that if you have trust issues, it is okay. Nothing's wrong with you. And we gotta normalize that. Like just being vulnerable. If you have trust issues, it is okay. We gotta stop, we gotta stop saying, oh, she got trust issues. But, yes, she has trust issues, but you have to understand what happened in her life. What traumatic experience caused her to have trust issues? Why does he not trust women? You know? But on the other side of that, you have to be careful and not to allow these new people that are coming into your life to pay for what your previous relationships took you through. You can't allow them. You can't make them pay for it. They didn't know you at the time. So that's one of the things that I pray for. Someone who would be patient with me, and help me to trust again. Because you got to have trust. The third thing I prayed for his mind, and I prayed for him emotionally. Mental health is real. It is. And I was at the point to where, I was praying over my mind, my emotions. And I pray for him emotionally because a lot of times we kind of expect men to be robots. And not have emotions, but there is beauty in them being vulnerable and, just being emotionally aware. Fourth thing I pray for is just for God to prepare me for him and to help me become the best version of myself. And I noticed, I started to develop into this new person, just a new level of maturity that I, reached that I had not reached before. And I said, prepare me to be the best version of myself, because you're not going to be perfect. You're never going to arrive at perfection. But I think praying that prayer helped me release a lot of baggages that I did not need to carry with me. And obviously you're going to have some baggage. That's just what it is. You're going to have baggage, and it's okay. It's okay to have baggage. But it is not okay to not want to let go of that baggage. So I pray that prayer for that. And I want to say dating yourself helps with releasing some of that baggage, because the more, and I made it a habit when I was single to go on date nights myself. I would take myself out after work. I was corporate America. After work every Thursday, I would take myself out on a date, whether it was movie, Studio Grill here in Atlanta, bowling. I've even went bowling by myself. Nobody but one person on the scoreboard, but I did it. But I learned to date myself. I knew who I was. I didn't have any distractions, nothing. There was no kind of filters. So I knew who I was. I knew the things that I was dealing with. So I knew what baggages I carried, and I knew what I needed to do in order to get rid of those baggage, so that when God brought my spouse to me and he came to grab me in my baggage, he can mostly bring and grab me and not have to be, held down with trying to get me and all of my baggages that I come with. So, and the last thing, obviously there's more. I pray for our relationship, before it was established, and ask God to just grant me the wisdom when, so that I can know when that man had arrived in my life, and he confirmed that for me. So just ask for wisdom. Pray for that relationship before it arrives. You don't have to wait until you're in it and something's going on for, you to just start praying. This is a big one here. Do therapy. And it kind of goes along with what I said before, about the baggage. It is okay to take therapy. I took therapy. It's fine. And oftentimes, in the Black community, it can kind of be looked at as like, you tell someone you're going to therapy and they're like, oh, what's wrong? Because I even got that. And, even though I had some things that I was dealing with, I wouldn't call it where something's wrong. I think you can go and get therapy when things are right. You want to keep things on the right track. And we have to, we got to normalize just therapy and getting the help that God put here for us. It's okay to talk to someone. It's okay to talk to a professional. It's okay to talk to someone that is not your friend and not any of your family members, because we have to be careful with who we confide in and who we talk to about our relationship, and even more careful with who we talk to about our marriage problems. So do therapy. I say go for it. Now a lot of the times a lot of the corporate America positions here, just the organizations, they will pay for you to go to counseling. So do that. There's no problem with sitting in therapy by yourself. Not a problem at all. Focus on your goals. Sit down. This is a good time. It's the beginning of the year. Don't let anyone tell you it's too late. It's only February. Focus on your goals. Be honest with yourself. Set achievable goals, short term and long term. Use this time wisely. Focus on things that you want to get done. Your career. Focus on finances, if your business that you want to start. Focus on those things, because like I said, that time is, you will never have this time like this again. You won't. I mean, it'll be close, but it'll never be that, because once you get in a relationship and get married and house and things like that, your time is, other things are going to be tugging away at your time. So really focus, and this is a part of focusing on you and getting your things in order. And I will say, there are some things that I did while I was single, some goals that I achieved that I am still reaping the benefits of. You have to understand anyway, whether you're single or not, the things that you are doing, you are setting yourself up, and you may not even, receive the fruits of your labor that same year. You may be harvesting things that you've sowed 2 or 3 years from now. So you got to understand that you don't want to wait until you are in a relationship to start focusing on your goals. You just don't want to do that. I don't want to, and I'm not going to say you're going to have it all together. Nobody's going to have it all together, but you want to arrive at the table. Remember that list that I talked about, that physical list? Well, sometimes we also have a list of where he has to drive this kind of car, he has to make this amount of money, or she has to have this job title, or she has to have this kind of car. But you got to understand, you got to look at your list. Look at the list look at the requirements that you are holding someone else to, and think about that, and think about what they are receiving. Because at the end of the day, it's a partnership. You can't sit at the table across from someone and say, oh, I want you to have this, this, and this, but you're coming empty handed. That's just not how that goes. So focus on yourself, focus on your goals, whatever it is. Like I said, I have hope. My husband calls me a dreamer. I say do it. Whatever it is, do it. Start. Your goals and your success and happiness and everything else is first. You got to do that, and you got to let go of fear. So these are all actually like this is actually real, real things that I was able to get done and accomplish. So this is a really and I'm not surprised it was my first TikTok, because I am a really passionate person and I can get really personable. So I had to do something that I could really relate to. So yeah. So I'm going to play this video at the end so that you guys can see it, fully kind of dissect it. So just to kind of reiterate here, just some things to do in 2023 while you wait on your soulmate to arrive, because your soulmate is going to arrive. Focus on yourself, focus on your goals, travel, enjoy the world, take care of yourself. You want to spend time with God, read his word. You want to exercise, really pay attention to your physical health, your health overall. You want to just pray over your life, speak it into existence, and take some therapy. Kind of sit down, be honest with yourself. Even if you got to put it on paper, a diary, you got to be honest with yourself of the things that you're dealing with, because you don't want to have that uncovered, have someone else uncover it. And then you're in denial and you don't know how to cope with it. Take some time for yourself. And the last thing I want to leave you with, you're single. You're not better than me. I'm married. I'm not better than you. That's just what it is. Our relationship status does not add value to who we are. That's just what it is. it was my time to get married. Maybe it's not your time, but I'm not better than you just because I am married. So you're single. You could be single because you're not settling. I was single because I was just not about to settle. I knew God had greater for me. So let's just put that out there. There's nothing wrong with you. It's not you. It's not. There's nothing wrong with you. Yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I think I'm back. I'm kind of liking this. I'm liking these videos. I'm liking just the reactions. I want to hear from you. Whether you're single, married. If you're married, I want to hear, just leave in the comments. What are some things that, just to help someone, what are some things that you did that was helpful, that prepared you for your marriage? If you're single, what are some things that you're struggling with, while being single? Because I know it's tough. It's easier said than done, but what are the biggest things that you're struggling with? I want to hear from you. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It is Super Bowl Sunday. I'm actually supposed to be downstairs cooking, so I gotta go here. Got my Falcons jersey on. Obviously, we didn't make it this year, but whatever. I hope you guys have an amazing Sunday. And I want to say that, don't forget to like this video, leave your comment below, subscribe to my channel, because we're back, baby. But I also want to say, we become empowered to empower. Remember that. Become empowered, and then you want to empower. I love you guys. See you guys in the next video. Bye.